Part 5. Subtraction of Algebraic Expressions. You will find this on page 101 in the Namibian Mathematics Grade 8 textbook, y equals mx plus c to success. Subtraction of algebraic expressions. When removing brackets, if the sign in front of the bracket is negative, then the positive sign in the bracket change to a negative sign, and the negative in the bracket change to a positive sign. So basically, I'm changing it into an addition sum by finding the additive inverse of the terms inside the bracket. Okay, let's look at an example. Simplify 7a plus 3 minus, do you see that subtraction? Let me just highlight that. So basically, this second bracket, all the signs must be changed. So I change the negative into a positive by changing the, look, if there's no sign, it's positive. It's a positive, but it changed to a negative. This is a negative, but it changed into a positive. And now, there's no more brackets, so I can collect the like terms. So first mark the like terms. 7a minus 4a, that will be 3a, and 3 plus 12 will be 15. Okay, let's look at an example. I want you to stop the video and I want you to do try now 6. And then as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay, so let's look. Try now 6. I'm going to write it down. So it's negative 10, just write the back bracket, x plus 9 minus okay, now very important. Do you see that subtraction? So if it's subtraction, I must change it to addition by finding the additive inverse. So remember this one, if there's no sign, it's a positive. So this is just a 1, so I can just remove the brackets and just keep everything the same. But here, I'm actually, and I'm going to put in the step that you can see, I'm changing it into a positive by finding the additive inverse. So it's negative 4x minus 12. And then I can basically just remove that second bracket. Remember, grab the sign in front. Okay, now I can mark my like terms. So this is negative 10x, negative 4x. This is 9, this is negative 12. So negative 10 and negative 4. If the signs are the same, I keep the sign and I add the numbers. And I just rewrite the x. And now, if the signs are different, what do? I find the difference. I subtract, so 3. And I look, did I move more negative or more positive? More negative. And that's why it's a negative. And this is my final answer. So my final answer will have 2 terms. Okay, let's look. Remember, subtract 7 from 10 is the same as from 10 subtract 7. They both mean 10 minus 7 equals 3. Now, this is very important. The from part is always at the front. This is also true in algebra. Okay, can I just show you? Always mark subtract 7 from. So whatever follows after from, can I just show you here? That part will be in front. So that will be, look again, if I show you. I'm going to take another. From. So what is following after from? 10. So the number that stands after from, that number will be in front. And this is very important to remember, especially for people who are not English and it's a second language. Okay, let's try now 7. Oh, now let's first go through this example and then you do try now 7. So if I'm saying to you, subtract this from this. Now remember what I said. From, the one that stands after from, put that one in front. So put that in front and subtract and put brackets around and then this one follows. Now remember, this is a, let's just highlight, a negative. So I change it into a positive by finding the additive inverse of the terms inside the bracket. So this negative 5f becomes positive 5f. This positive 6g becomes negative 6g, and this negative 6 becomes positive. And now there's no more brackets, and I can simplify. So basically I'm just looking for my like terms. Negative 3f plus 5f, so subtract, and that will be 2f. Negative 2g minus 6g. If the signs are the same, keep the sign and add the numbers. And then 11 plus 6, that will be 17. Okay, I want you now to do try now 7. Stop the video, and as soon as you are finished, you can continue with the video. Okay, let's do try now 7. Okay, very important. Subtract this from. Remember what I said? The terms that follow after from, that you put in front. So from for front, you can remember it like this. From, and you put that in front. Okay, remember it like this, something. Okay, then basically I'm having negative 11x plus 17y plus 16. Put it in front. Now I subtract that first 3 terms. Okay, just remember it was negative 13x. Rewrite it exactly as it stands there. Plus 15y minus 9. Okay, now remember I change it into a positive by finding the additive inverse. So it will be negative 11x. This I just rewrite. Now, find the additive inverse. So it's positive 13x minus 15y plus 9. What you can also do, and what I tell my students sometimes, you can actually just multiply the signs. So a negative multiply a negative will be a positive. And a negative multiply a positive, there's one negative stripe. So odd number, it will be negative. And a negative times a negative, there's 2 negative stripes, so it will be a positive. You can also follow that method. And now let's just mark my like terms. Negative 11x, 13x. There's a y, there's a y. There's a constant, and there is a constant. Okay, so let's start doing it. Negative 11 plus 13, signs are different, so I subtract, I find the difference. That's 2, and I look, did I move more positive or more negative? Positive, that's why it's positive, but I do not have to write that, just the x. Then let's look at this one, 17y minus 15, that's easy. That's just, I subtract, and the big one is positive, so it's 2y. And then 16 plus 9, that's both positive, so I add up, and that will be equal to 25. And that is my final answer, which is having 3 terms.